Shikantaza is a particular way of meditating that is characterizes the Chan or the Zen school, um, and it it is objectless. So, also within the Zen school, we know we have koan study. I don't know how much you've gotten into this, but we study uh, dialogues of the ancient masters. We study sutras. We study a lot of intellectual material as well. But much of it has to do with trying to create a spontaneous reaction where um, sometimes referred to as kensho, where we see reality more directly. We're less blocked by our intellectual structure, and something clicks and we see it. And that's not something we can think the way through. It has to happen spontaneously, almost always, because we're the thought form or the thought machine has let its guard down for a minute or a second. So, though all of those skillful means, or upaya as they're called, um, have either words or ideas or dialogue or contact with a teacher. Shikantaza is distinguished from that because Shikantaza is just sitting. And it's not sitting with a mantra, it's not sitting while you're counting, it's just sitting. It's considered the highest practice in the Chan school. So even though we start with this and it seems like no big deal, it's what one does after one has finished the entire Chan training, 30, 40 years of it. What we do when that's done is we sit Shikantaza. That precious. We can ring the bell and I'll give a little bit of guidance on how we'll do it, right? But I want to give you that sense of this is not kidding around stuff, but it's not easy to do either. So thank you. So as we're sitting here, most of this will be a silent meditation, but as we want to get ourselves settled into it in a way that we can really practice it, and that'll start with checking your posture. Shikantaza's practice sitting up, with the back straight, not rigidly but not soft either. We're just allowing ourselves to be erect. The head, the crown, in a you can trace a line from the crown down through the spine, down to your seat. Feet usually, if you're sitting in a chair, your feet are firmly on the ground. If you're sitting, on a cushion, obviously you're uh, seated, but you're feeling yourself grounded to the earth. We begin by putting our attention down to a spot just below the navel, which in Zen we call the hara. Has different names in different traditions. It's a quiet place normally. Trying to bring our energy down out of the out of the brain and the head. Just gently feel that your attention is in that quiet center. Just try to rest here for a moment. Other than having your awareness in that center, there's nothing you're trying to do. Just rest there for a moment. You can take some breaths if you need them, but always return back to that quiet center in the hara. Any place where you feel tension, just try to relax it a little bit. This is a practice of being alert, but also being relaxed. Any place that's tense, just try to relax it a little more. And then bring your attention back to the hara. And fill your lungs with air and let it out. Anything that helps you relax the body a little more. Just a little vacation from all the other stuff. There's no other place you have to be. You don't owe anyone a response or an explanation. Just enjoy the moment. Now, in many forms of meditation, even in Chan, we have a sense that we need an object. The object might be a koan, a teaching story. Some of us are taught to count the breath, so the number becomes the object. These are all important practices. But in Shikantaza, we have no object. We may we may bring our attention to the breath to try to stabilize ourselves. But after a few breaths, we let go of that. And we just abide. We might watch the mind try to search for something to hold on to. But our practice is just to watch the mind do that. We don't try to silence it or control it. We remain in the hara. Awake, aware, but we take no action. We give ourselves a holiday from needing to do anything except to remain aware. Stay awake and allow everything else to pass by. If we notice that the mind is trying to grasp at anything, don't fight it. Take a deep breath if you need to and just let it go. In Shikantaza, there's no information needed. We're free to let go of thoughts because we don't need them. But whether thoughts are arising or not, we're perfectly complete. We lack nothing. We just remain awake and aware. In Chan, this is called taking the backward step. Just step back. Just sit in the background. Let all that other stuff pass by. Or if the mind just has you caught thinking, that's okay too. Just let it run its course. And when you're able, return just to being aware. You see, you can do no wrong in this because it's all you. It always has been. And you get to choose what kind of life you have, what kind of interior life you want. The objects will come and go, the thoughts will come and go, pain and joy will come and go, but the eternal remains. If you wish, you can also now bring your attention from the hara up into the heart area and practice the same way. Just allow it to settle, your awareness to settle. And as thoughts arise, let them go. And if you can't, let them engage. But make no effort other than to be aware. It's a practice of yielding. And the heart's a most tender place to yield. Just remain awake to that place in the heart, in the center of the chest. Just be aware. And whatever's going on there, just don't look away. Just be present for it. It's the essence of our practice. If it's painful, we sit with the pain. If it's joyful, we sit with the joy. In this way, we embrace our life fully. Just let it be what it is. We make every effort to be awake and present, but we make no effort to change anything in our zazen. Effortless effort, it's called. In this practice, you encounter the self face to face. You encounter all the Buddhas and ancestors face to face as well. You encounter that which is and will ever be. Vast and boundless, reaching everywhere. So simple and yet so difficult. It's not a paradox, it's a reality. It's our life. What a gift it is.